From airless balls to cinema cameras and robotic innovations, technology has woven its way into the fabric of football. But developers did something really terrible when designing the latest ball. This is why FIFA's new balls have a huge problem. To fully understand the ridiculous thought processes put into the production of this ball, I've got to take you back to the 2022 World Cup. You see, FIFA and Adidas decided that it was a smart thing to put chips in our balls. Honestly speaking, it didn't sound like a bad idea, as long as all the crazy tech didn't interfere with the entertainment derived from the sport. The World Cup in Qatar was destined to be special. The latest technology, the greatest players of all time taking a final shot, pretty much everyone was looking to make history one way or the other. For Adidas, they revealed that they had put sensors in the ball to gather positioning data from players' movement in real time. This meant that you could literally monitor players and their interaction with the ball from a single device. It took 6 years worth of effort to bring this stunning discovery to reality. If that doesn't strike your fancy, don't worry, because sports scientists all over the world have put together the easiest explanation behind this innovation. So grab some popcorn. The use of FIFA's new balls was classified under the semi-automated offside program controlled by AI, but it was the referee on the pitch who would make the final decision. Upon seeing this, it became clear that FIFA and Adidas weren't the only ones involved, because it was actually a German software and sports analytics company called Kinexon that created the chips. Kinexon has been a big name in performance tracking across a variety of sports, so it wasn't really surprising to see them venture into football. Long story short, after several months of testing, Kinexon came up with a chip that weighs just 14 grams. Contains 2 different sensors and displays data at 500 frame rates per second. The first sensor makes use of ultra-wideband frequencies that are way more accurate than your GPS or Bluetooth, so it guarantees precise data wherever the ball is. The second sensor is a little bit different though. It is an inertial measurement unit sensor designed to give a granular look at the movement of the ball in space. In simpler words, the first sensor shows you the position of the ball, while the second reflects its movement in 3D. Even if a ball flies off the pitch, the next ball brought in to replace it automatically makes use of Kinexon's back-end system to input data without needing any human intervention. Once we've gotten the data, it is then transmitted to the local positioning system installed all over the field. And to be clear, the data we're talking about includes over 300 metrics ranging from ball possession time to the speed of dribbles, passing accuracy, players' performances, and just about any stat you can think of. Now just imagine how it could potentially make the work of managers easier. You get to fine-tune your tactics, unless you're the special one, Jose Mourinho, who probably won't be needing all of that. Okay, seriously, as mind-blowing as that sounds, it all came down to a moment of truth. One last phase of testing that could make or break this innovation. And what was that? The human factor. One of the beauties of modern day technology is being able to integrate seamlessly into a routine, so we were eager to see if the players would notice the difference between the normal and the chipped versions of the ball when playing, and guess what? Limited editions of the prototype were sent to a number of clubs across England, Germany, and Spain, and at the end of the day, players couldn't tell the difference. With that, the stage was set. Certification for Adidas and Kinexon to go big and revolutionize football. Or so we thought, because players got the wind of what was cooking and it sparked a boot revolution. You see, it was only normal that boot makers would have to evolve to help players with the perfect boots for the new balls. Gone were the days when everyone was used to old black boots with metal studs of the 80s, because the gold rush came as football got more popular. And fast forward to today, we now have scores of mega brands making thousands of cleats for players. Of course, despite the emergence of many brands, Adidas remains at the top, with boots from Puma and Nike giving Adidas a run for their money as well. But let's not diverge from the subject matter. Perhaps as significant as the new balls were the stadiums built for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. 7 out of 8 of them had advanced cooling systems designed to make the stadiums cozy during games. Everything felt right. Everything except the balls. So what exactly was wrong? I'll tell you if you smash that subscribe button though. So here's the problem. I'm not a stats obsessed fan, although I appreciate the timely and accurate match statistics updated in real time. I mean, it enhances our viewing experience, but as a student of the game, it's hard not to feel a certain way when some of the players themselves complain of the balls. You see, Adidas has been supplying World Cup balls since 1970. That's like 53 years if my math is correct. And since then, there's been a lot of evolution in terms of technology and design. The 1970 World Cup in Mexico was the first to be televised worldwide, so Adidas designed 12 black pentagonal panels, added to 20 white hexagonal panels made of leather and stitched together. This made the telstar ball visible. I'm pretty sure everyone is still familiar with the white and black template. The designs changed over the years. In 1982, it was a mix of real leather and synthetic material, and by 86, it was synthetic. These synthetic materials were then changed over the years in search for perfection. The 2002 edition of the World Cup came and things got worse as the Adidas Fever Nova ball gained much notoriety for being extremely lightweight. So a new era came in 2006, and Adidas decided to make amends for their mistake. They designed the Team Geist ball with 14 synthetic panels thermally bonded together rather than being stitched like before. It made the ball water resistant, and to be honest, this was one of the better balls produced by Adidas. But 2010 came and they got everything wrong again. A grip and groove technology made the ball swerve way too much, and the balls were criticized. Again, the pressure was on FIFA and Adidas to fix their mess. The next two editions were kinda decent, in my opinion at least, and this led us to the new and current FIFA balls, the ultimate experiment. Although it is the most technologically sophisticated ball, players have one big complaint. And no, it's not the fact that the balls need to be charged for several hours before use, or the fact that they can last for only 6 hours of active use before needing electricity. The problem is that it just feels weird. According to Kieran Trippier, crossing the ball felt a bit different. He said that it felt a little lighter and could just fly out of bounds if he didn't control it well enough. Trippier wasn't the only one who complained of the ball's aerodynamics, because Uruguay goalkeeper Sergio Rochet also supported the claim, stating that his job had become much more difficult due to the extra speed of the ball. The goalkeeper felt like the ball designs favored strikers more than it did goalkeepers. The extra speed of the ball is as a result of the water-based glues and inks with which the ball is made. Also, dimples on the skin of the ball gives a smoother feel than the one used in previous balls. By the way, you can get an exact replica of the ball for around $200, without the technology of course. It's pretty nice to see FIFA going the extra mile to make things work. New balls, new materials, new techniques, and all that stuff. Adidas has tried to find the perfect balance across seam properties, panel number, and surface texture, but it looks like the aerodynamics isn't totally perfect yet. However, we could appreciate the fact that ball tracking, offside calls, and other debatable decisions by the VAR will see a lot of improvement, because without that, the purpose of the new balls would be defeated and it would be a game over. Still, some fans might feel like FIFA and Adidas are overcomplicating what was designed to be a simple sport. But what do you think of the situation?